India is a nation that produces anywhere from 1500 to 2000 films every year in over 20 languages. We are a country that loves cinema, evident from our ostentatious displays of even worshipping our film actors sometimes. We are a country that has undoubtedly the world's most diverse population living in terms of religious, linguistic, and regional identities. Yet somehow, our showing at Oscars and multiple world stages has been abysmal to say the least. As a filmmaker and a lover of cinema, and above all, as an Indian, I can testify to Indian cinema's uniqueness and its abundance of talent that's yet to be discovered on an international level. And I ask, why is that? India has submitted films for the Academy Award for Best International Feature Film since 1957. The award is given annually by the United States Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences to a feature length motion picture produced outside the United States that contains primarily non English dialogue. The Film Federation of India (FFI) appoints a committee to choose one film among those released that year to be submitted as India's official entry to the Academy for a nomination for Best Foreign Language Film. As of 2021, only three Indian films, Mother India 1957, Salam Bombay 1988, and Lagan 2001, have been nominated for the award. So, from 1957, India has sent more than 50 films to the competition. Most of India's submissions were Hindi films, others were Tamil, Marathi, Malayalam, Bengali, Telugu, Gujarati, Konkani, and Assamese. Indian cinema, television, and music industries are very Bollywood centric. This skews attention and resources away from wide variety of Indian creators from non-Hindi speaking regions. This severely undercuts the various storytelling and lived experiences of majority of people in India and its diaspora all over the world. Secondly, there is an obsession with mass producing masala commercial cinema, a formulaic plot where the male protagonist usually saves the day. An actress is just reserved to look pretty and millions of dance number in between. The mainstream attitudes constructed by Bollywood, found across different regional cinema, undercuts cinema that explores the multifaceted nature of Indian society, cultures, religions, its geopolitics, gender dynamics, contestation between traditions, and modernism. Every year, there are wonderful cinema produced that forefronts the Indian experience, yet due to a Bollywood centricism and the system built around the masala commercial Bollywood films, we have not developed yet how to foster true cinema talent, mature our audiences, and eventually develop ways to present Indian cinema as a serious contender for top awards internationally. Lately, I have found South Korea and Iran as great examples of two non-Western countries which have successfully found ways to develop its cinema, its audiences, and have been recognized in the last 2 decades by international audiences. Parasite is the shining example of a foreign language film, non English, which has broken this transnational barrier in order to successfully tell a human story that's uniquely both Korean as well as international. It both won Best Foreign Film and Best Film in 2020 Oscars. Iranian cinema with Asghar Farhadi bagging Oscars for Best Foreign Film twice in the last decade for The Salesman and A Separation. I can list at least 50 Indian movies that I feel that could have been nominated at least for the top prize, but because as a society we have not fostered, I guess, enough care to ask our creators that we deserve better. In India, traditionally independent or out of the box mainstream films would not get support from the film community and audiences alike. So, but if there is any recognition, people would just then quickly stand in front of the line to sing praises of Indian cinema, and that's kind of hypocritical. Slumdog Millionaire, which won the Oscar in 2009, saw a celebration from Indian masses all over, almost in a very perverse way, I think. It wasn't a story of India or Indians and for Indians, but a voyeuristic take of using Indian backdrop to sell a product. India celebrates both its riches and poverty almost simultaneously, paradoxically. It's a country of paradoxes, and something only Indians or South Asians or someone's have experienced can tell authentically. Slumdog Millionaire, despite being an entertaining film from hands down by a very talented director, Danny Boyle, shows how India is so underexplored that even a surface look of its poverty can garner an Oscar win. We need to cultivate an environment where we select films that tell human international stories with Indian background. We have to follow a path led by South Korea and Iran, for as a matter of fact, and how they're able to communicate their storytelling that resonates with international audiences alike. Indian cinema is unique, and it's time we grow up and start telling stories that are complex, paradoxical, ironical, moving, provocative, ugly, eventually humanistic in its essence. OTT platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime have been helping a lot of young Indian creators to shine through. But again, a country's film culture and its cinematic avenues can't be changed overnight, but it is a process led by its creators and most primarily consumers and audiences like us.